it. Utah, Arizona State, getting Cam Rising back. You know what? The urge. This is terrible of me. The urge for me to hammer Utah ATS when I knew that Cam Rising was going to play, it was large. All right. But I was like, you know what? It's on the road. It's Cam Rising's first game back in a couple weeks. Arizona State's been playing good football. I like their front seven. We'll let this one ride out. And Arizona State absolutely took it to them. And Kenny Dillingham delivered a post game interview unlike any other. The Sun Devils, I'm ready to say that they're a decent football team, man. They're a decent football team. And I would never have thought that heading into the season.
They're well coached, right? They have an identity. Obviously, Cam Scadaboo is a monster. Sam Leavitt makes some big time plays when he has to. And that defense, that front seven, was super physical. Super physical. I know there were a couple drives where Bernard really got going, but other than that, they were in Cam Rising's grill all night. They were not stopping the run on first down. They did all the things that we talked about that they had to do to get a win here. Awesome. You mentioned that post-game press conference. Why wouldn't you want to play for Kenny Dillingham, right? We talked about how they were going to have a big-time overhaul. Here I am right now, October 13th, Sunday, doing this. They are ahead of schedule. They are ahead of schedule down there in Arizona. They are fantastic right now. I'm loving it. Loving the energy, the vibes right now. And for Utah, off a bye week, getting your starting quarterback back, and that's what you come out with?
Yeah.
Very un Kyle Whittingham like, very Utah like. 0-2 against your Arizona schools, right? Arizona and Arizona State. And by the way, if you told me that Arizona was going to struggle this year and Arizona State, I would have been surprised that these were the two losses on Utah's schedule so far, right? Especially after how good they looked early in the season with a healthy Cam Rising. We'll see. I'm not going to write them off. It's one game. It was on the road. Cam Rising looked awful. I don't think he's going to look like that the rest of the way. I have a feeling he gets his footing at some point, but he's got to find it fast. Otherwise, Josh Hoover and TCU are going to outscore him, and it's going to get real tough with BYU, Colorado, and Iowa State in November. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely surprised. I took Utah with Isaac Wilson, and by the way, I don't know if Isaac Wilson would have been an upgrade. Would have for sure not been an upgrade. At least in this one game, right? Obviously, Cam Rising is their ceiling, right? He represents their ceiling in terms of how he plays and what they can do in the Big 12. But two conference losses for Utah. I'm not going to say it eliminates them, but the margin for error super slim. And with the way BYU, Iowa State, Texas Tech, and right now Kansas State is playing, and with the tiebreaker that Arizona State has on them, quite frankly, they're going to need some help. They're going to need some help with other teams to be able to get that spot and claim their spot in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about this offense. I'm also concerned about what does this team look like after Cam Rising? Like, they might need to go into the portal and get someone like pretty solid, because we've seen the drop off from Cam Rising to other players that play quarterback in this offense, and it is a significant drop off. Then you have a game like this where Cam Rising plays, and he's healthy, and he lays a dud, and he's terrible, and they lose because of it. So if you had gotten plus play Cam Rising, they win this football game. They really do, but they didn't. So after this season, in a Big 12 where the power grab is real, Kyle Whittingham, they've already lined up, Morgan Scalley as like the replacement, like what?
I was going to say, Kyle Whittingham's probably not going to have to deal with life after Cam Rising.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm half joking, but listen, it did not, like 2 straight weeks now, very uncharacteristic of Utah. Very uncharacteristic.
Very. So, I mean, moving forward, Arizona State, I still don't think they're a player in the Big 12. You're 5-1, right? You're looking at, potentially a solid bowl game. You play Cincinnati on the road next week, which, by the way, is a tough game. Both of us believe here that Cincinnati is a good football team. Your only loss in conference was Texas Tech. And by the way, it's a close football game. The rest of your schedule, you got Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, UCF in the next 3 weeks. You can win all of those games. The issue comes at the end. We go on the road against Kansas State, on the road against BYU, BYU at home, who's playing unreal football right now, and then Arizona on the road. So it's actually competing for the Big 12 championship. I don't necessarily see Arizona State doing that, but Sam Levitt's been awesome. Cam Scadaboo's been great. This defense, I believe Brian Williams, is that the name of this of the DC? I'm forgetting. Definitely Brian Ward. Brian Ward.
Ward, yeah.
He's been unreal. I mean, these last 2 seasons with Arizona State, he has been unreal. Arizona State needs to find a way. Kenny Dillingham needs to find a way to keep him there because he has been absolutely awesome for them. So credit Arizona State, credit these Sun Devils, credit, credit Sam Leavitt. I mean, just all these guys, man. It's been so good, man. It's been so good.